last night I watched Horizon, an American Saga, Part 1. Apparently Kevin Costner wants to make 4 of these. And I was doing the math. I was like 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 hours. 12-hour epic. And I was like, fuck yeah. I know I huffed when I said that. I'm kind of tired from last night. Shouldn't have done that shit. Watched at 9 o'clock. And I was like, yeah, it gets off at like, I'm going to be off at like 12. I didn't go to bed until like almost 3 o'clock. Because I forgot AMC has like 30 minutes of previews. So this shit really didn't end until like 1. By the time I got home, I'm tired. I said, bro, what the fuck? I can't do that again. Should have went on Saturday. Should have went today. Like I was planning on at 12. And it would have been over at 3 o'clock like a fucking normal human hours. But yeah. Enough bitching, let's get into it. So, Horizon is Kevin Costner's film that he, I think he wrote, he like co-wrote or something like that. I know he produced it and he directed it and he stars in it. Stars is very loose, by the way. I'm finna get to that. So, I didn't realize what Horizon was. From watching the trailers, I was like, oh, they're trying to get to this place, it's gonna be like a Western or whatever. This movie's better than that. I should put more respect on Kevin's name. I did not realize his game. Kevin, I apologize. This movie is one of my favorites of the year. I'm just going to go out right there and say it. This movie's awesome. I love Daddy Kevin, okay? So, this movie's 3 hours long. Runtime started kind of killing me at the end, but that's because I had watched Quiet Place before. If I didn't, I don't think it would have hit me much. This movie's very enjoyable. So, go into it knowing that it's very enjoyable. Because even like that first hour and a half, you don't really feel it at all. I don't think you do at all. Like, it goes by really quickly. There's a lot of stuff going on. But what I wanted to get into is that, because I don't think the general audience knows, because I sure didn't fucking know this by watching the trailers. So this movie is like a mix of like, is it like 10 stories? There's like a lot of stories. So you have, I'm going to try without spoilers to tell you what story's in it. So we'll start with the most obvious. You have Kevin Costner's story. That's pretty much him going to this town, and he runs into this woman, and stuff happens. I won't tell you what happens, because that's a spoiler, but it's fucking crazy. And then that kind of bridges with, if you've played Red Dead Redemption, it's like the O'Driscoll family. You have a story with them, where a woman leaves after shooting this guy, in the chest twice, and she takes a child. That's a fucking story. You pretty much kind of have like the Oregon Trail. It's not really the Oregon Trail, but they're basically doing the same shit. You have that being a story with Luke Wilson. Then you have these 2 girls, this mother and daughter, surviving a Native American attack, and basically they're living at a army base now. And so you have that, and then you have the army base story, because that's also a story on its own with Sam Worthington. I feel like I'm missing some. Oh yeah, you have a boy from that same attack. This is what I'm saying. This movie is so ambitious and I love it. A boy from that same attack, okay? He is pulled a full Red Dead Redemption. He wants revenge for his family. So now he's with a group of guys hunting Native Americans. But then you have a guy in that group. I swear to God, bro, this movie's crazy. You have a guy from that group who thinks that it's wrong what they're doing, because instead of hunting the Native Americans that actually did it, they don't really know, so they're pretty much just killing all of them. And so you have him kind of going back and forth. Then you've also got the Native American story, where you have a tribe who's pretty much like, hey, they're going to come kill all of us because of what you did. And so now you got them splitting up. So now you got this Native American story and then this Native American story. I said, oh my God, there's like 15 fucking stories in this whole movie. And I was loving it, dude. I wasn't like, oh my God. I was eating it up, dude. I was eating it up. And I'm no shit, I probably missed a story or two. Like, I know life, I probably did. There's a lot of stuff going on. Oh yeah. So on the Oregon Trail thing, outside of Luke Wilson stuff, you have like these I don't want to call them immigrants, but they are like from the UK, so I guess they are. They're crossing over, they're having some troubles, and then you also have this one girl who is apparently supposed to get with this, I don't know. There's like all kinds of crazy stuff going on. And so, going back to how crazy this is, So Kevin Costner and them somehow pulled out this. That's why it's 3 hours, and that's why there's 4 of them, because there's no way you can finish the story in part 2. There's no way. And I've never been this excited to watch a part 2 for a movie. I have never been that excited. Like, August can't get here soon enough. I think it's August 16th. Dude, I'm gonna be there day 1. I'm gonna be there that Thursday. I will. I'm that hyped. So I guess I should get into performances. So performances in this movie, all of them are good. Sam Worthington, Kevin Costner, Luke Wilson, all of them. But what I love, though, like I already told you, I love that there are these separate stories that you are getting, because you're basically getting different stories in America that are kind of rivaling each other, because some of them are kind of crossing over. Like I said, like that Native American tag pretty much sets off like 5 different stories, and I really was loving that. Like, I was like, wow, like this is like an old school Western. It's bringing me back to the roots. Should I watch my father? Fucking hate that man. But hey, back when he was cool, I was watching Westerns, okay? And it just, like, it's sitting there thinking, like, you know, Clint Eastwood and them, like, nowadays, he's tried to do modern, and, like, you know, Cry Macho don't work, but this worked, okay? I really hate this movie's release date, though, because the second part comes out in August. I really hope the old crowd I really hope they can pull it off. And I say that because when I sit here and look at this movie and its runtime, there are a bunch of old people at 9 o'clock. I said, bro, they're crazy out here. But it comes out literally same day as Quiet Place, which you already know that made more money than this. And next week's Despicable Me 3. Okay, I was gonna say Maxine, but that really don't count. It'll make its money back, but Despicable Me 3's or 4, my bad. 4 is definitely the big one next week, and then after that, what do we got? What's the 12? I don't know, but like I know Twitch was coming this month. I'm just saying, I felt they kind of put it out in a bad day. That's how I felt with Bike Riders too. They put it out like right after Inside Out, which is like making bank, about to hit $1 billion. Probably might hit it this weekend, honestly. And you know, it's just that's pretty much the only complaint I have. Stupid release dates. But outside of that, great movie. This movie's awesome. You get your little fights. You get, like, see, for me, I was talking to my buddy about this during Yellowstone's last season that came out, I guess last year. And, you know, he disagreed with me, even though he loves Westerns. And I was sitting here, I was on the fence. I was like, bro, I love it when they just show them, like, riding the horses. Not even doing it. I don't know, it does something to me. And I'm like, yes, I love this. It's a vibe. We're just, like, rodeo and lasso. And you get some of those scenes where like, people are just like riding horses like in these like beautiful vistas, and I'm just like, God, love it, dude. It's like watching a Red Dead Redemption movie. This movie is a mix of everything that you would want in a Western. It's like compiling it all together in 4 parts. I do think it's weird, though, that they only are announcing part 1 and 2, so I don't know if that's one of those things where they're like, oh, if they flop, we're just not going to make any more, or, because I know part 2 is already filmed, because it's coming out in August, clearly, but part 3 and 4, I'm assuming, will be next year, and so you would have to start filming that now, so I don't know if they're waiting to see a box office returns or what, but I'm going to be a little pissed off these stories aren't finished. The ending of this movie kind of gives you a sneak peek at part 2. They didn't do that in a dumb way. They don't really, like, at the end, I feel like they should be like, oh, part 2 coming August 16th. But instead, they just show you all these glimpses, and at the end, it goes, directed by Kevin Costner. And I'm just like, yeah, but these old folks, because I heard them old people in the back, they're like, that's how it ended. And, like, because they're confused. They probably don't realize there's a fucking part 2. They probably just go, oh, it ended like this. They probably don't realize, and it's sad. But I think if you love Westerns and you're bone dry because 1883 is over, 1923 got split up into another season, and Yellowstone's doing whatever hell it's doing, I guess come back on this November. If you want an old school Western where like people just do shit, you get like random stories out in the West in America, this is it. This is your time to go to the theaters. This is your time. Kevin, you cooking. That's all I can say. And with that, if you guys really liked this video, which I hope that you did, I hope that you will go out there and support Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner, please collab. Like, subscribe for more. And I will catch you guys on the next one.
I love my popcorn. Movies, popcorn.